Hello everybody, Jamie the Board Game Man, and today we are going vintage back to the year 1985, 2 to 4 players by Milton Bradley. It is called Last Word. Now in this game what you're trying to do is you're trying to make words out of these letter tiles, and as soon as you make that word you're going to remove those tiles and you'll get points for these tiles as well. Obviously you want to try to isolate your opponent so they can no longer move on the board. That way they're eliminated, and you also get bonus points for doing that as long as having the last word in the game. Whoever has the most tiles or points at the end of the game wins. So let's head on over to the Gamers Table where I'm going to show you how to play Last Word. Alright, here we are at the gaming table with Last Word. Let's check it out. Alright, so here are the components of the game. You have the game board here. You also have your 4 playing pieces that correspond to each color that's in the middle here. So you got blue, red, green, and yellow. You also have your instruction booklet right here. And of course, the star of the game are the letter tiles that will be placed on the board here. So let me go ahead and put the letters on the board and get this thing set up. Alright, so here's the game all set up. What you're going to do is you're going to place all the letters on the spaces, except for these spaces here. These act as wild cards, or wild letters, I should say. So you can use those for any letters that you so choose to do. They also give you 4 blank tiles, just in case maybe along the lines you're missing a letter or two, because it does say in the instruction booklet how many of each letter you should have. So in case you buy this, and maybe you're missing a letter or two, you can actually use this. They have 4 different ones here that you're able to use. So that's kind of cool too. I like that they are able to do that. So the object of the game is, well, you want to make the most points. For every letter you're able to take off the board, you get 1 point for. The yellow in front of the yellow, green, red, and then the blue. Now blue is going to start anywhere along this edge here. Yellow is going to start anywhere along the edge here. Green and red. That's pretty much how it works. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the first player. We're going to go ahead and go with green. Green is going to look up here and say, okay, what do I have that I can do here? Well, I have the words stem right here. So what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and take the S, and what you can do is you can push down on it, and it actually takes the tile for you, and you're going to place it in your little bin in front of you. So it says S, but eventually it's going to be easier just to take these out, to be quite honest. S, T, you got to do that every single tile. That's going to be a little tough to do. So you go E, and then M, okay? Then you're going to go ahead and place your pawn right there once you're done. Each one of these bins, you can hold 5 tiles in them. So that way it's easier to get at the end of the game scoring. You just go 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So that is his first turn. You will leave your pawn on that last letter that you picked up. And then I'll move on to the red. The red's going to go over here and kind of take a look and see what we got here. Now, I want to show you some different ways you can maneuver the letters or the tokens. You can actually go like a roundabout. You can actually go back and forth on the edge. So let's just say I'm going to start off with P. Okay. What I can do is I can either use the letter across the way or one letter that's adjacent to it. So if I wanted to use the word, let's just say pot, I can go P right here, pick up the P. Okay. I'd put the P in here. Then I would go across the way and I can go up one. I would go O and then T. And then there you go. That would be held right there. These would go into his scoring area here. And he would get 3 points for those 3 letters there. Okay. Then the next player will be over here in the blue. He decides, well, let's see what I can do here. I'm going to go ahead and go... I'll just go men. So he's going to do men. So you can see right here, M-E-N. So you can go ahead and take this, place this here. All right. Place this here. And place this here. Now you can see as the letters are being taken off the board, you're going to start getting some empty spaces in there. And once everyone starts getting some words together, it's going to be a little harder to maneuver. Now you can get any letters that are adjacent to each other or diagonally. You can actually go diagonal in this game too, which is great. And like I said, you can do the wraparound. You can actually go back and forth. Same with going this way. Same with going this way. You can do the same for both. Let's just say he wants to go think. T-H-I-N-K. Now that's a good one there. But what he can do is, if he ever wants to double back and use a letter, he can also do that as well. So you can use this more than once if you want to, okay? He's going to say thinker, T-H-I-N-K-E-R. That is a big one right there. He's going to go ahead and take these out. Yellow scores big on those, okay? He's going to go ahead and take all these letters out that he just used. And you can see what he's trying to do here is he wants to try to isolate that blue player. Because once you isolate a player where that player cannot move anymore, that player is out of the game. So he's going to put his 6 letters here, which is great right there. That was a great move right there, okay? All right. And then it'll be Blue's turn. So say this happened to Blue where he was something like this. But the thing is, he still has this letter here. If there was any letter he can use to try to get up here, he'd be able to do that. So that's pretty much how you do that. Now, say a player is on here, and if I went over here, boink, 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 and I blocked him, okay, he would be out of the game, and I would also get 5 bonus points for blocking him, not even being able to get out, all right? So that's a 5 bonus points there. You have to pretty much jot that down to remember, because we don't have anything to keep track of the bonus points, only the tiles. But in this case, I would have successfully blocked him, so he can't use this wild letter, and he would be out of the game, and I would get 5 bonus points for that. All right, so then we're going to continue on. Let's just say he goes bold, B-O-L-D, goes ahead and picks these 4 up, so that would be good for yellow. All right, we'll just take these out like so. And then the next player would move over here, green would go there, and so on. But like I said, you can always go wrap around, or see right here, I could actually go, let me see here, I want to go aw. So what I can do is I can actually go across the way and over A, W, E. Okay, and I could take those 3 out. So that's the same way of going this way. You can do the same thing. Or if I want to do quip, I can do diagonally Q-U-I-P, and so on, and take those 4 off, or 3 tiles off. Okay, that's pretty much the game. Like I said, you can use the wild letters more than once. So if I wanted to go here and then go back over here and go like this, I can do that, as long as that letter can be used to continue the word. Okay. Now there's alternate ways you could play this too, where you can actually give bonus points for, maybe you can do 2 points per letter, such as like Q-U. You can give 2 points if you utilize it. J, V, X, and Z. Those are also very difficult letters to use. So maybe you can, later on once you played a couple games, you can say, okay, it's 2 points for these letters. And you can do something like that. That way it's a little more, you wanting to use those letters. To get those, maybe you're a little behind, you want to try to maybe use those letters. So that's a way you can do that too. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to try to keep from being isolated. That's the main thing you want to do, is just don't be isolated. If you need to wrap around and try to be where there's a lot of letters, that's your best bet until other players knock each other out or you can no longer move. And then also, if you are the last player in the game to do a word, see, a lot of these letters are, well, these words are gone, and let's just say I did my very last word, okay, then you would get a bonus point of 5 as well. So if you're the very last person to do a word in the game, you get 5 bonus points for that. So you get 5 bonus points for blocking someone not being able to go anywhere. You get 5 bonus points for doing the last word in the game, and you would count up each one of these tiles as 1 point, and whoever has the most points wins the game. And that, my friends, is last word. So let's head on over to the game room, and I will give you my final thoughts. All right, so my final thoughts on Last Word. This is a great game to play. Now, if you are into word searches, Boggle, for instance, those are real games that are really close to this game. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. I know I'm really big on spelling. In fact, I can watch news, or I can watch something and boop, that's spelled wrong. I don't know, it just automatically happens that way. But I've always been very good on spelling and words and stuff like that, so this will be a great game to play. I do like the scoring on it. Every letter you touch, you take that tile off, you get points for those tiles. I also like if you manage to isolate another opponent, you get 5 bonus points for that. And you also have 5 bonus points for having the last word of the game. So that makes it pretty cool. And you can do 1 round, you can do several rounds. It's really kind of up to you. I know they pretty much do the 1 round, and whoever has the most points wins, and that's fine. Maybe that's all you can take at one point, because there is a lot of thinking, and I do like the way you can do the wraparounds. You can do the, going left to right, the left to right, across the board, getting letters, or going vertically across the board as well. So I think that's really nice that they give you that option. That way you're not stuck just doing horizontal and vertically. And I do like that you can go diagonally as well. You can pretty much go, like, that's how Boggle is. You can go any direction you want. And I like the way the wild letters, you can actually double back on those. So you can only, you can't say, oh, I can only use it once. No, you can backtrack, go over it again, and continue your word and try to get a couple more letters in there. So it's a great game all around. I think you can find, I think I found this game at a thrift store, and I think it was about $8. I think I picked this up for, which is a great price. It is a pretty big box, so it's a pretty good size here. Almost covers up the whole length of the phone there. But anyway, but I think if you can find it, get it, especially if you're a word person like myself, or probably if you love spelling or anything like those lines, you'll probably like this game. Like I said, if you love word searches and Boggle, maybe Scrabble. I mean, Scrabble's a lot different, but you're still putting letters together. You're still trying to... That one, you're actually creating words, where this one, the letters are already on there, but you're finding them. So I guess if you're a Scrabble fan, you might like this too. It's a little different. You don't have double words or triple letter score. You don't have anything like that in there. But you still might like this kind of game just because it's a word game. And I know I really enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and give this a thumbs up. This will definitely stay in my library here, just because I like it. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support as always. And happy gaming!